Hey everybody, welcome to the desktop on my computer with my three lovely children here. This was taken in 2010. This is Katie and Nicholas and Sarah. They look a lot different now because they're all grown up. But today I'm going to be talking to you about how to make a works cited page for your justice paper. So I'm going to first of all pull up our story pool, because that is what I'm going to be going off of. We've already given you the citations for your stories in the pool, but I want to show you how to make sure that you're doing it right when you do your works cited page. So first of all, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to New Document. So I have a new document, and I've already sized these. I like my documents really big, so they would not have fit in the screen here side by side, but I made sure to size it so it would. And so here we go. Hold on, there we are. Okay, so here I have a blank document, and I need to make sure that it's going to be MLA correct. So the first thing I'm noticing is that I have the wrong font. MLA requires Times New Roman font, so I'm going to first change my font to Times New Roman. So there we go. Yay. I'm going to make sure that it's 12-point font. Yep, there it is. The size is correct. And the other requirement for MLA citations are that they're double spaced. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on the line and paragraph spacing, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to choose double space. So now we're double spaced. So now my document is formatted correctly. I haven't even done any typing yet, and it's documented correctly. All right, so now we label or title each works cited page with the words works cited, and it has to be centered. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to center my cursor, and then I'm going to type works cited. There we are. And then I'm going to return, and now my cursor is here and it's all right, but we're not going to center the whole page, so we need to align this back to the left. So now my cursor's in the right spot and I'm ready. So I'm just going to do these three sources in my citation just to give you a flavor of how to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything onto the page. And the thing that I need you to remember is that all citations on works cited pages are alphabetical, and they're alphabetical no matter what that first letter is. So you can see over here that the blue jay and the lizard and the grizzly bears, they don't have an author. There's no author for this text. And so it starts out just with the title. And that's a B. So that's a B. Okay, what's my next one? It's a C. And this is an author, but that's okay. It's still a C. So B, C, that works. And F, they're already in alphabetical order over here. That's fantastic. So I can just pull them all over. You might want to print out your story pool, or maybe have another one open or something and number them so you know which ones to pull over. Or you might want to pull everything over and then alphabetize later, because you're also going to have sources from your open research sources. You're going to have sources from the ones that we required that's going to be on a different works cited page. So you're going to have to be compiling works cited from 3 different places, really, or 4. So you can decide how you're going to get those alphabetized, but they do need to be in alphabetical order. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here and I am going to highlight this, and I'm going to make sure that it looks like this, because if you highlight the whole box like that, it doesn't work. All right, so you're going to want to be careful, and sometimes it just does that and you have to just start over. You're just going to highlight the words, okay? And then I'm going to copy. Oops, there we go. Copy. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on this document, When I see the cursor, I know I'm on the right document. And I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to paste. So there's my blue jay and lizard and the grizzly bears. Okay, now I am going to return because I'm going to do the next one. There we are. And I'm going to go down here and do the lesson. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy. And I'm just going to use Command C down here on my clipboard, on my keyboard, because that's easier for me, but you can go up and do a copy from the menu if you would like. And I'm going to press Command C to Command V to paste, and there's that. Perfect. And then I have one more. We're going to do our family's story shows how the cycle of poverty is hard to break. And we're going to copy that. Command C, come over here. Oh, I did not return, so I need to return to make sure my cursor's in the right spot. And then there it is. All right, so my three sources are on the right document over here. And I want you to notice what this looks like. You cannot determine where one source begins and ends or anything at this point, which is why MLA citation requires that you do a hanging indentation. So I know that there is a whole reference part here. And you can go and you can figure out, I know that I just watched a video on YouTube on how to use the references in MLA in Word to set your whole paper up in MLA citation. That is a whole hour worth of lessons. So I'm going to do the old-fashioned cheating way. But if you want to go figure this out, that probably would be a smart thing to do. But I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way, the way that I've done it forever. And what I'm going to do is here I'm going to go back home. There we go. I'm just going to do manual returns and tabs. So here's my first citation is right here, these two lines. And in MLA citation, you know that it's a hanging indent. So this part here needs to stick out a little bit. And this is the second line of this citation, and it needs to be indented. So you can see I put my cursor right there. And what I'm going to do on the keyboard is I'm going to press return. All right, I did it. I pressed return. So now I can press tab and it works. But look what happened. The 2018 came over here. So now I have to do the same thing. Get my cursor there, press return, and there. It did it for me. I didn't even have to tab. So now this citation is correct. We have a hanging indentation. This part is sticking out, blue jay, so we know that that's the new text. And then the rest of that citation is indented, so we know it all belongs to this source here. We need to do the same thing here, but look, this is the new citation. So this one doesn't have a hanging indentation at all because there's only one line. So we're going to leave that. We're just going to leave that. Here's my next citation, and I'm going to, again, put my cursor in the second line, press return. I did it. Press tab. I did it. And then I have to do the same thing down here. Put my cursor there, press return, and it tabs over. So here we are. We have three sources, and they're correct. So I'm just going to make sure, I'm noticing right here that somebody, a teacher possibly, forgot to put a period at the end there. So I'm going to make sure that my teachers have done everything correctly, and I'm going to put my period there. Maybe I just didn't copy it. Nope, it looks like it doesn't have a period over here either. So I'm going to fix that. Okay, perfect. All right, so here is the Works Cited page so far. Now again, you're going to be pulling sources from the Works Cited sheet of all of the required text that we gave you, from the pool, and then you're going to have to do your own for your open research. And it all needs to be alphabetized. It all needs to be double spaced. And it all needs to not have extra spaces in between them, even from the title. And the title is always Works Cited. So I hope that is helpful for you. Remember, you are required to have a Works Cited page for the texts that you use in your paper. And remember that you need 10 sources for your paper as a minimum. That is a C. Okay? And so you should have 10 sources in your Works Cited for your paper. All right? And I will be checking to make sure that each of the sources that are listed on your Works Cited page are also cited in your in-text citations when I grade this. So make sure that everything correlates, because I will check that. All right, questions, you can email me. I hope this was helpful. I just thought that maybe this would be the time to start telling you to do this so you can start it for when we are going to do your conferences, your group conferences. So anyway, have a good day, and happy Works Cited doing. Happy writing. How about that?